It is time now for a football night in New York. Glad to be joined by these two, Ralph Vacchiano, Mark Malusis. We're going to start first with the Giants. Reports last week said Ben McAdoo's job was safe for the season, but should Sunday's loss to the Niners change that plan, Ralph?
Well, first of all, those reports are based on the fact that John Mara and the Giants never fire coaches in season. The thing is, they've never quite had a season like this where it's two embarrassing losses, chaos with anonymous players, discipline problems, all with another 7 games and 4 home games to go. So I think that if it's ever going to happen, it will happen after this. Do I think it should? I think right now, if I'm the owner of the Giants, I'm pretty convinced that a coaching change has to be made. I don't know that doing it in season really matters. It's not going to make anything better. It probably will make things worse. But I think right now you have to be preparing and looking, knowing that in 2018, Ben McAdoo will not be leading this team.
Yeah, I think that's a fair assumption. I agree with the second point that you made there, Ralph, which is what am I going to get from it, right? Who am I going to name? What am I going to name? Sullivan the head coach? What am I going to name Spagnuolo the head coach? I mean, it's not exactly like the defense is giving you anything. It's not like exactly they're playing and hustle. I mean, there was utter confusion once again on Sunday in San Francisco. They came off a game in which they got thoroughly embarrassed at home against the Los Angeles Rams. And the Rams could do that to really any team in the National Football League, how good that offense is going right now. Listen, McAdoo's lost. I mean, he really is. I mean, listen to the post-game press conference in which he's saying, look at the tape, walking off at the end. The fact is, he looks like a guy that has no idea how to rectify and settle down a situation that has gotten completely out of control. And that is the issue you have here. He doesn't have the experience to lean on. It's in his second year. He had initial success, and he's watching guys that are going out there and playing with little to no pride, a vast majority of them week in and week out.
What did you think of that press conference?
Well, it's kind of normal for him, the way the press conferences go. He does not have a strong public persona. He does not like answering questions from the media, and right after a game, he comes off as defensive. It's not the strong leadership message we used to get from Tom Coughlin, even when he was in his most embattled years. And I think that weighs on John Mara, too. He's the face of the organization, and it's not exactly an appealing face for a lot of people right now.
Yeah, but you know what, honestly, I mean, we were judging Bowles' press conferences a year ago. It doesn't necessarily bother me how he handles the media after games. The fact is, he has little to no answers right now, right? And that's the issue you have at hand, where you look at this coaching staff and you look at the players, regardless of what they say, regardless if he went out there and schmoozed the media after the game, you're looking at a coach right now that does not know how to get this team to give them max effort, max performance week in and week out. You can look at the game planning, and you could also look at how this roster was cut by the general manager before the start of the year.
You certainly don't want to be on that plane ride home, that's for sure.